Board of County Commissioners acts as a quasi-judicial body when it hears requests for rezoning and conditional use permits. Applicants must provide competent, substantial evidence establishing facts or expert witness opinion testimony showing that the request meets the zoning code and comprehensive plan criteria. Opponents must also testify as to facts or provide expert testimony whether they like or dislike a request is not competent evidence. The board must then decide whether the evidence demonstrates consistency and compatibility with the comprehensive plan and the existing rules in the zoning ordinance, property adjacent to the property to be rezoned, and the actual development of the surrounding area. The board cannot consider speculation, non-expert opinion testimony, or poll the audience by asking those in favor or opposed to stand up or raise their hands. If a commissioner has had communications regarding a rezoning or conditional use permit request before the board, the commissioner must disclose the subject of the communication and the identity of the person, group, or entity with whom the communication took place before the board takes action on the request. Likewise, if a commissioner has made a site visit, inspection, or investigation, the commissioner must disclose that fact before the board takes action on the request. Each applicant is allowed a total of 15 minutes to present their request, unless time is extended by majority vote of the board. The applicant may reserve any portion of the 15 minutes for rebuttal. Other speakers are allowed 5 minutes to speak. Speakers may not pass their time to someone else in order to give that person more time to speak.
Thank you. Welcome to a zoning meeting, Brevard County Commission on October the 5th. Is Mr. Chase Hansel here? Welcome, sir. If you would stand on that side and speak into the mic, no, the other way. Turn around towards me, sir. Face me. Yes.
Thank you.
And then speak into the mic.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for having me. I come here today to advocate for understanding of our fellow neighbors. I was hoping to address them, but think of this as for them. Now, when I say neighbor, I'd like to propose that everyone in this room is a neighbor. Maybe not from next door, but think of everyone here as just a few short streets away, because really that's all it is. Now, being a good neighbor doesn't mean that you need to be best friends with your neighbor or agree with everything they say. However, you two are going to be spending a lot of time with each other, whether you like it or not, so you might as well get to know them and try and find some common cause. Now, I feel like these days we're encouraged to think of a lot of things in terms of the righteous us and the stupid, evil them. But in reality, we're all just people. We're trying to do right by our family, we're trying to make a better place for our kids, and we're trying to improve our general situation. That really describes all of us in a nutshell. Mr. Rogers said, listening is where love begins. Listening to ourselves and listening to our neighbors. When someone expresses a viewpoint or belief that you disagree with, respond with curiosity instead of contempt. Ask why, and you may find that though you don't agree with their solutions, deep down inside you see the same problem that they do. Listen with a loving heart and realize that they're a human being that has fears and issues and needs that they're trying to satisfy. That is a good place for you two to start. See, cynicism is easy and it makes you sound kind of wise and experienced. Compassion's really hard and it can make you sound kind of naive. But in the end, we're all better off listening to each other, working together, as opposed to just talking past one another. If we try to be a bit more neighborly, we can make this home that we call Brevard County a more friendly, inviting, and better place to be. So I ask, won't you be my neighbor?
Thank you, sir. We have a quorum. I'm going to call this meeting to order.
Please join me in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioners, can I have a motion to approve the minutes for June 28th and August the 10th? Motion by Commissioner Steele, second by Commissioner Feltner. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Passes 5-0. We have one item in consent. Commissioners, can I have a motion to approve the consent item?
So moved, Madam Chairperson.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Steele, second by Commissioner Feltner. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 5-0. Item G1.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item G1 is Glenn R. Miller Sr. and Glenn R. Miller Jr. request to change the zoning classification from SEU to AUL. Application number is 23Z00036. Tax account numbers 2703311 and 3027845, located in District 5.
Commissioner Steele, this is your district. I have one card, the applicant, so
I'd
I'm,
like to hear the applicant, please.
you would?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Jana Evers? I'm sorry, you are definitely not a Jana. James. That's okay. I'm not a good interpreter either, so.
Sorry.
Good evening. Mr. Miller and Senior and Junior are a client of ours. We're going to be building a barn-style home for them on the property. The reason for the zoning change is we're looking to do he's doing bird dog training and deer dog training. They'll be raising the dogs and he'll have some birds and whatnot on the property. Just trying to keep congruent with the zoning and having those types of animals on the property. It's not going to be a for-profit business where there's going to be a storefront there. Everything's going to be internet sales to purchasers.
Move to approve.
Motion to approve,
I'll second.
and second by Commissioner Feltner. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 5-0. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your time.
Item G2, Madam Chair, is the Powers Family Revocable Living Trust requests a change of zoning classification from AAU, SEU, and BU-1 to all AU. Application number is 23Z00062. Tax account numbers 246-2101 and 302-26965, located in District 1.
Commissioners, this is in my district. I think it's a fairly good fit. It's in a business district. I have the applicant, but I think we're about to approve it.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Feltner.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Steele. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 4-0. Thank you, ma'am.
G3.
You're on about 1,000% streak. Every time you come here, it passes.
Oh,
G3.
Madam Chair, item G3 has been withdrawn by the applicant. No action is needed. Item G4 is Joshua and Christy Jones request to change the zoning classification from GU to RU 1-11. Application number is 23Z00061. Tax account number is 244034, located in District 1.
Commissioners, again, I have a super simple night. My district, easy fit. I have the applicants, but I'm sure they're fine if we approve it.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner
Second.
Feltner, second by Commissioner Steele. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 5-0.
Madam Chair, item G5 and G6 are companion applications. I'll read them into the record together. However, you'll need to have separate motions. So item G5 is Terrance P and Peggy A. Mulreany requests a small-scale comprehensive plan amendment, 23S.16, to change the future land use designation from NC to CC. Application number is 23SS00016. Tax account number is 2400699, located in District 1. Item G6 is Terrance P. and Peggy A. Mulreany requests to change the zoning classification from GU to BU-2. Application number is 23Z00056. Tax account number is 2400699, also located in District 1.
Thank you, sir. Again, I just have the applicant. Commissioners, can I have a motion to approve item G5?
So moved, Madam Chairperson.
Motion by Commissioner Steele, second by Commissioner Feltner. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 5-0. May I have a motion for G6?
So moved, Madam Chairperson.
Motion by Commissioner Steele,
I'll second.
second by Commissioner Feltner. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, passes 4-0. Thank you.
Still batting 1,000.
Very easy evening. I have no new business. Mr. Abate?
I have no report.
Mr. Richardson?
No report, Madam Chair.
Mr. Feltner?
I have no report.
Mr. Goodson?
None, Madam Chair.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Steele?
Oh, I have about an hour-long report. No report,
Okay.
Madam Chairperson.
Okay. I don't have a report tonight either, but I have 2 public comment cards. Did I do okay? Okay, thanks. Mr. Charles Tovey, and then Vincent Corrado.
I don't see Mr. Toronto here. I don't believe.
Corrado.
Is it Toronto or Toronto?
Corrado.
Oh, Corrado.
Hey, Mr. Tovey, good to see you.
Charles Tovey, 2555 Roberts Road, Melbourne. The town crybaby, the town crier. Personal, I got as many broken bones probably as Evel Knievel, and I don't feel like doing extra things or anything. I don't feel like coming up here and saying this, and I didn't from the beginning, but I was directed by God, communicated, and if I said he told me, then they'd try and lock me up for something or another, because I don't know what the day it is, and no, it's wrong. Anyways, what I want to do, I don't do, and what I do want to do, I try not to do. About my liens on the property, they were installed the first 90 days after the fire in the middle of one of the busiest hurricane seasons ever, and if they wanted me to fix it, why did they put the liens in 90 days and no communication or anything else? Besides that, I heard the mayor speaking to one of the investors, I guess it would, and they discussed that I wouldn't be able to do anything, that the county wouldn't let me. Aside from that, it's a truck stop, and there's multiple vehicles, semi-trucks, all day, every day, 24/7, doesn't stop, and then they're stored at the room, and I still have issues with trespassers and aggressors, and where are we at? Oh yeah, the 2 tortoises, I saw a male and a female last week, I took pictures of them, and what I'm afraid of is Otter Creek, which is environmentally sensitive as well. The cement springs, that's from way before, and y'all still hadn't located it, and it's still that way. Microplastics from Dog Beach, and it's all, I brought a small bag of them. It's one of our things we need to look into, as well as the jaguars. I know it's not in our, we don't care, but there's 50 of them a couple years ago. Now there's 25 or less. The riptide, there's 8 men that were died on the coast, and it was west coast, and it was ages 30 to 45, and we could get some information posted before they, and I know there is. I had a slight delay from deputies, but this time it was different, and it's been 20 years that way. Why this time? And down to, have a nice evening, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak, and I don't mean to be rude and no direction towards any of y'all, and this is from the past, and well, it's my life, liberty, and a pursuit of happiness, and my time's up.
Thank you, Mr. Tovey. Always good to see you. Mr. Vincent Corrado? All right, he has left, and on that, you guys have a great evening. I'm going to call the meeting adjourned.
The opinions expressed by any member of the public during any period of public comment do not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, or the program sponsor, and are solely those of the presenter. The Board of County Commissioners of Brevard County, Florida, Space Coast Government Television, and the program sponsor hereby expressly disclaim any and all responsibility or liability for any defamatory or slanderous statements expressed by any member of the public during any such period.